Hello everyone, welcome to my channel. Today I'm in another dealership in the GTA that is called Auto Base, and I'm here to review a very different car. So I always review exclusive cars, performance cars, but a lot of people complain, why don't I review normal cars that people drive daily? So today, the car that I have for you is the 2025 BMW X5. A lot of people were telling me to do basic cars, but I'm a little different. So I got this very unique color of a very nice shade of green. So let's start this full in-depth review at Autobase right now. BMW is a German manufacturer that are building cars more than a decade, and the X5 was their flagship SUV at a time, because now the flagship SUV is the X7. But before the X7, the X5 was the flagship SUV, but now it's the midsize SUV. The X5 was first released in 1999 with the first generation. From then, it's been almost 4 generations of this car, but 8 different models, because BMW brings up with the pre-LCI, LCI, pre-LCI, LCI. This is the LCI model for the 4th generation. So the next cars that's going to come, that's going to be the 5th generation, because this is the LCI, and the pre-LCI had the bigger tail lights and the other different models. But that is the 3rd generation, so that is a completely different generation, and that is the 3rd generation LCI, and there was a 3rd generation pre-LCI. So it's a bit confusing, but BMW itself is a very good company to buy a car from. From 2010, they introduced the M models. So the M50, M for competition, and other models. But the normal X5 was there until 1999. Let me show you the front first. So for this generation, you have the brand new headlights. This car has the BMW LED headlights, and you can see the entire front of this car and how good it looks. This car has the black package, that's why the entire panel is black, and the car's grille is in this matte black color. The new X5 and the X6 and the X7 gets illuminated grilles. You have the front number plate slot placement right there. You have the front radar, you have some openings for ventilating the engine, and the grille actually opens and closes like every other BMW. But that helps the car to breathe, because it's a turbocharged car. It obviously needs to breathe. I'm going to get inside, turn the full headlights on, and then show you guys the front of the car. So here we get inside, foot on the brake, pressing the start button, and there the car turns on. So this is with the car's hazard, this is with the high beam, this is without the high beam. Now I'm going to come outside for showing you guys the lights. So the new lights are more advanced, but at least it's not a split tail light like the X7. You have your side reflector where it says BMW LED, and then you have the American-Canada regulation side reflector right here. Then you have the daytime running lights that actually turn into the hazards, and it's an arrow, so you can see which side the hazards are turned on for. You have your projector set up inside there, and the entire lights is so advanced that you can only understand when you're driving. Then if you go from there, you have the kidney grills that open up when it needs to breathe and it closes when it doesn't, but it is illuminated and all the way continues till the other side, and it's really nice how the lights actually look. If you come below that, you can see the openings on the front for ventilating the car, and the parking sensors that are always there for helping you drive better. Now let's see what is the powertrain of the X5 and what different engines you can get. This is the M Sport package, that's why it looks much better. The normal generation wouldn't. Now let me show you the powertrain of X5. So for showing you guys the engine, I have to open the hood from the driver's side. So there is a button located here. And because it's BMW, you have to pull it once, and then you have to pull it again, and then you can just lift up the hood. You don't have any locks or anything. Just lift it up, and the hydraulic struts would get the engine up. This is the X5 40i, because now for the LCI generation, there's the 40i, and there is the M60i. The M60 gets a 4.4 liter twin turbo V8, but the 40i gets a 3 liter straight six, the B58, the famous engine for the M340s. But this car is producing 378 horsepower and 400 pound-feet of torque. Pretty good power for a X5, and then you have your BMW automatic transmission. That's one of the best. But you can see the strut, how it's holding the engine. BMW logo, that's where you pour your engine oil. Pretty good, pretty decent. This is where you pour your car's windshield wiper fluid. You have insulation on the top, and the BMW cars always have their engine a little more backwards because of the 50-50 weight distribution, and if the car even gets into a collision, it's not going to affect the engine. Overall, that's pretty much it for the car's powertrain, but it is all-wheel drive and it has the iconic 8-speed automatic transmission. Now let's look at the car's side profile. Now we're at the side profile of the X5. Let's look at the wheels first. As I said, this car has the M Sport package. With that, you have the biggest wheels you can get on the X5. The X5 gets Continental Contact, Premium Contact 6 tires, and the front wheels of the car actually look really nice with this green color, because it's like a green and a black contrast with red calipers, and it says M right there. You have double Lisbon suspension with air springs. The front disc thickness is 13.6 inches, and overall it has some good stopping power. You can see the side reflector, and there is a vent that's located here. This is completely functional. It takes all the air in and brings it outside from the wheel well. And then there's another vent here that takes all that air and brings it out this. Whenever the car is unlocked, the mirrors automatically unfold. You have the camera, and then you have the hazard slide. The side window trims are in blacked out, same as the car's roof rails, and it's a BMW. Build quality is always on the top. And then you have some light placements on the door handles too that illuminate, so that's going to help at night. And then if you look at the rear wheels are more thicker than the fronts, but the brakes are a little smaller, and you have multi-link suspension with air springs at the back. For the fuel tank, if the car is unlocked, just press here and then you can fill up the fuel tank. And it's a 3-liter straight 6. It should be very good at fuel economy, and it has a mild hybrid system too. So let's close that, and now I'm going to show you the car's rear, where you can see the facelifted stuff again. For the rear, you can see it has the facelifted lights. But now I'm going to get inside, turn on the lights, and then show you the full exterior. When you unlock the car, it does turn it on, and it does a nice animation, but let's turn the lights fully on. So here on the brake, pressing the start button, and there the car turns on. So this is with the full light for the back, this is with the hazard and with the reverse. And then if I put her back to park, and if I come outside, I can show you the rear tail lights. I would say the rear tail lights are much more nicer from the previous generation. And now the hazard slider is a bit different, like turns on like this instead of the back one. So it says BMW right there, and that's illuminated with the rear reflector. And then you have the tail lights that all the way go to here and then stops in the middle. And then you have the BMW logo, and then you have the rear tail lights for the other side. It's pretty nice looking in my opinion. It actually looks good with this color. Rear windshield wiper, upper stop brake light. You have the number plate slot with your reversing camera. And because of the M Sport package, that's why you have these exhaust tips that are functional. And it looks much more nicer with the parking sensors. The X5 gets these split tailgates. For opening that, I can just press this button, and then the upper portion is going to open. And then for opening the bottom portion, I just press this button, and then that opens. Pretty good looking storage area, I would say. You have a partial cover too, and you can fold down the rear seats as well. So that's nice. Advantage of a split tailgate. You can sometimes sit in a picnic or stuff and then enjoy, or else you can, because a lot of cars used to get split tailgate before, like the Land Cruisers and the other cars, but now everyone's moving into actual tailgate, but BMW still kept it and Range Rover still kept it. And that's pretty cool. Now let's get inside the X5 and see what is new for this pre-facelifted model and the LCI model. Sitting inside the X5, the seats are so comfortable, and then it has diamond quilting on them too. You have ISOFIX anchor points at the back, and the seats are a bit straight up in my opinion, but it's still comfortable. You have the center armrest that you have your cup holders that's placed here. So if you just open that, there we go. And then you have a storage area that's placed here. Overall, it's pretty comfortable. You have the side nettage area because this has the Premium Plus package, and this actually is a helpful thing. But what's cool is this is manual, but if it would have been powered, it would have been much nicer. But in my opinion, it's actually good and it's pretty sturdy. Grab handle and the entire roof is in this very Alcantara-ish material, and it actually has a big panoramic roof. You have rear seat heaters for both of the sides, and then you have the rear AC vent. It doesn't have the 4-zone climate control option, but you have your power outlet with 2 USB-C types. Magazine holders are here, and it's pretty comfortable to sit inside the X5. Now let's come to the door. The door is pretty nice, and this car has the optional extra carbon fiber treatment, so it looks much more better. The window opener is right here, and if you just press it once, it opens up and the entire thing opens, so that's nice. And then this is for let's just close the window first. This is your car's door handle, and this is your Twitter, and then below that is the carbon fiber trim with your speaker and your bottle holders. Pretty nice and sturdy in my opinion, but as it's a F5 40i, it's actually a very good daily driver if you're looking for a car that's under $1,000 Canadian. So now we are at the front seats. Just look at the dash. The entire dash is in full leather, and then you have the carbon trim, and then you have the new displays from BMW. This entire thing is in crystal, and it says X5 there with the ambient lighting with the AC vent. You have a lockable glove box with decent amount of room. You have the owner's manual from BMW. It has the BMW stitching as well. And then if you close that, if you come to the car seats, the front seats are comfortable too, but these are not the M seats, these are the comfortable seats. And it's actually pretty nice to sit inside them. It's ventilated and heated too. And then if you come here, you have some shortcut buttons and buttons with the hazards. And then if you go up, you have your rear view mirror, that's digital, but you have the vanity mirrors, but it's pretty small as in the mirror, but it's illuminated, and you have voice command too. If you come to this control, you have your SOS button here, so if you just press that, it's going to call. And then you have the light placements, and then you have the buttons for turning off the lights and turning it on. And then if you come a bit back, you have your rear view mirror placed there. And then if I just press this button, the front portion of the panoramic roof is going to open up, as you can see there. And it doesn't open that wide, but it's okay, I would say. So that's pretty much it. And for closing it, if I just do this again, there, that closes. And it's pretty cool. And if you want to close the cover, you can do that too. Overall, it's pretty practical, and it's a very reliable and a pretty fun car to drive every day if you get to. But you have your carbon fiber trim all around here. You have your iDrive controller here, and then you have your shortcut buttons there. This is your new gear knob, this flimsy stick, and this is for parking. This is for turning on the parking brake. Your drive modes, engine start stop, traction control, and parking cameras. If you open this, you have your cup holders that are ventilated and heated too, so you can cool them, and you have your wireless charger back there. That's for closing it, and that's going to be pretty much it. Open this, you have a little storage area with decent amount of room. But now let me show you the car's infotainment system and instrument cluster. So now let's get inside the X5 and show you guys the entire infotainment system and instrument cluster. So when you get inside, it does a nice animation for the instrument cluster, but not the infotainment system. It just extends all the way. So it's pretty nice. It says welcome. You can open your own profile too. Foot on the brake, pressing the start button. There, the car turns on. The display is very nice in my opinion. It's way better than any other. And the competitor of the X5 is the GLE and the Q7. In my opinion, BMW makes the best cars and the best German manufacturer, but it is what it is. So that's it. Now let's come to the infotainment and show you guys the features. You can control it with your hand or the iDrive system. So if you go on all apps, you can make your own ID, personal assistance, Android Auto, Apple CarPlay, your Connect Drive Store, you have AM, your automatic habits, BMW Assist, new message, climate control, where you can control the front 2-zone and the other climate controls. If you have the 4-zone climate controls, these are for your wind speed, these are for the temperatures, and these are for ventilated and heated seat. Then you can control the displays too, and control the heads-up display, and you actually have that. So if you want to control the heads-up display, you can just go here. You can control the brightness, so I have to do that because it's very dark in there. So let's just do that, and we can go out from there. You have doors and windows, you have driving assist, so you can control a lot of stuff with the safety systems and how you want to drive it. You can control exterior lighting too. FM, interior lighting, you can control the ambient lighting. If you go here, if you go on colors, you can change it into like a very bright blue, so that actually you can actually see the ambient lighting, and you can control the brightness for it too. That actually looks good now. And then after that, you have your messages, mobile device navigation, seat comfort, and a lot of other apps. So if I just change the color again, I'm going to change it into some reddish colors, so papaya. So that actually looks way better now, and you can actually see the colors. Then if you go on home, you have your navigation, and the navigation works full on. It just works, that's it. Then if you go to the drive modes, this is sport. You can go to sport plus, sport individual, you have comfort, and then you have Eco Pro, or you just have normal mode. So I'm going to leave it on sport and then change it into sport plus for the meantime, and everything turns into red when you put it on sports mode. But now if you come to the steering wheel, standard BMW M steering, powered lead tilt and telescopic. That's nice. You have your buttons here for your volumes and all stuff, and for controlling the screen. These are all for your cruise control, and you have paddles at the back. This is for your high beam and the hazards. And over this side is your windshield wiper controls. Now let me show you the car's instrument cluster. Foot on the brake, pressing the start button, and then slowly the screen turns on. You can see it's a very nice looking display, and it's pretty easily controllable. So you have your speed here, top speed is 260 kilometers, and this is your power reserve, because Now it's on comfort mode. You have your speedo and digital and which gear you're in. So if you change the gears, this is drive. If you put a manual, you can change the gears up like that, and the RPM comes when you put it on manual mode. But if I put it back to park, the foot receiver is back. You have the M flags right there. This is for the car's fuel and the range, time, engine temperature, and the outside temperature. And then you can configure the center. So for that, I have to press this button, and then I can have it like nothing there. I can have the trip information, the navigation in an upper view, or the sports displays, or the media. So I'm going to leave it with the navigation for the meantime, and then I can change it into this, or this, or this. So I'm going to leave it with this one, and I can control the heads-up display. The heads-up display is pretty nice in my opinion. So if you can see it, you can adjust what you want. So now it has the M controls. So if I want to change it again, I can change it into that, or I can change it a bit more. So you can configure it. It's just very hard to see it because the lights are on. But that's pretty much it for the heads-up display as well. The infotainment and everything, it's very easy to use. If you change the drive modes, this is the displays for sport. Your RPM comes in, so you can see the revs, and your speedo comes in. And for Eco Pro, this one comes in. And your ambient lighting changes in every other one, but in Eco, it just does a nice animation for the X5 badging. I'm going to leave it at comfort for the meantime, or leave it at sport, or Eco Pro. You can see the ambient lighting changes anyways. And now I'm going to show you the car's door. But everything about this X5 was actually really nice. So first of all, you have your AC vent that's located here. You can see a peak of the carbon. And then if you go below that, you have your light controls, and then you have a little storage area here. Then you have your death pedal, brake pedal, and gas pedal. You have your seat controls here, and because this is the M Sport package, that's why you have the M right there that illuminates. Then if you come to the door, this car gets the Harman Kardon sound system, so you can see Harman Kardon written there on the Twitter. And then you have your memory seats, your door handle, unlock and lock. You have your boot opener, exterior mirror controls, window openers, grab handle with your ambient lighting, and a little bit of storage. That's going to be it for today. So if you like this review, make sure you hit the like button. Don't forget to subscribe. This is my first review in Autobase. Thanks to them for providing their cars. If you need any exclusive German, other cars, American, you can come and look at in their inventory. They have a lot of cars, and they have a really nice looking showroom if you look at from inside. Until then, I'll see you next time. Thanks for Autobase for having me, and subscribe, hit the like button, follow my socials. I'll see you next time. Peace.